Welcome to Building Business with Soul with Coach Arliss. This is a show where we will dive into the soulful approach to business, get nerdy with some brain science, and learn the nuts and bolts of how business owners build success through their passion. Let's take a moment to get focused and centered with one round of box breathing, where we will breathe in for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, and breathe out for a count of 4. Let's begin. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathe out for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Fantastic. Today, we're going to be focusing on how to network with our businesses. And networking is such a great way to build visibility and build new relationships in business that might turn into referral partnerships. Business networking is a way of leveraging your business and personal connections to help you bring in new customers and clients, make new connections with vendors, and to get advice on how to run your business even better. Networking is really about engaging with other people for mutual benefit. And this can be very helpful because when we are facing challenges in our business, our network may be able to provide the solution that can help us move through that challenge with ease and get to the other side. The other great thing about networking is that we can also use our experiences and the connections that we have to help other entrepreneurs move through the challenges that they might be having as well. And when we are able to help others through the process of networking, this helps strengthen our relationships, which builds trust and allows us to know and like each other in a deeper way. And we all know that we love doing business with people that we know, like, and trust. I also think that it's important to know what networking is not about. Networking is not about selling to each other. So networking is about sharing your experience, sharing about what you do, who you serve, and how you serve them, either with products or services. And it's about connecting with the other individual and finding out how you can give value to them by learning about what they do and who they serve and how they serve them. So when we are able to do that, we are able to be in a place of service and giving instead of in a place of selling. And when we are in a place of service and giving, that in itself can sell our product and service because it grows trust with our networking partners to be able to go out and talk about the product and service that we offer. Why would we choose networking over other ways of gaining visibility or marketing or advertising? I mean, there's a lot of ways that we can get the name of our business out there in the world today. Things like social media and webinars and direct mail and emails and online advertising and a myriad of different ways. So why is networking so important? And why is networking something that most entrepreneurs choose to do? Well, it builds relationships, and building relationships are meaningful things. You know, when we build relationships with our networking partners, these are relationships that may support us outside of our business. So many of my networking partners were part of my wedding party, for instance. Even the person that married my husband and I was also a referral partner of mine from my business world. So we never know how those relationships could impact us in greater ways other than just in our business. And when we network and build those relationships, we then build the ability to give referrals to each other, which can result in sales. Networking can also open doors to new opportunities that might be out of reach otherwise. So we never know how one connection could lead to another connection and then lead to something quite amazing, like being a part of the Win-Win Women's Network. For me, that was through a series of business connections that happened over a period of time that created something incredible that I could not have foreseen when the first connection happened. It also gives us a sense of community and support. When we are networking in business, we feel the connection to other entrepreneurs. It can make doing business not feel so lonely, and it can allow us to have those people to go to ask questions of when we do feel challenged or stuck. Another reason why many people network is because it's a lot of fun. It's so much fun to learn about other people, learn how they serve and who they serve, learn what they're passionate about and why they're doing what they're doing, and then get to share about our own things. A lot of times networking is done in groups, and plenty of times it's done in person. And all of those things make it even more fun when we come together. And so where do we get started? If we really want to start networking in our business, what are our starting steps to start doing that? Especially if you're a new business owner, you might be thinking, how do I get into that world? Well, the first thing I want you to do is to think of the qualities of the people that you want to have in your network. Maybe you want them to be givers and service-minded individuals. Maybe you want them to be a part of a specific industry or to have a similar ideal client to you. Think of those characteristics, and that can really help you narrow down where you might want to be networking. For instance, if you really want to network with people that are focused on giving to others, then Business Networking International is the place that you're going to look. If you are wanting to network with people in your local area that are very philanthropically minded, then you might be looking somewhere like the Chamber of Commerce. And if you're looking for people that have the same ideal client as you, then you might choose a network that is more industry specific. I also want you to be able to describe who you are and what you do in 4 sentences or less. It's incredibly important when we're networking that we are efficient with our words and that we can clearly get what we're looking for across when we're talking to others. This can really help us be able to get referrals because people can clearly understand how we serve others and who those others are that we're looking to serve. Get specific with your ask. Make sure that you have one specific ask that is able to be clearly understood by others and that you can say in the fewest words or less. And also be willing to help first. So when we are able to give value and give to others first, whether that's a referral, a connection, or praise, it allows us to establish a positive referral relationship. So I have 12 tips for networking in a really successful way. And the first step is to have a plan. Okay, so where are you going to network? Which networks are you going to focus on? Who's going to be there? How many people do you want to meet? Do you have specific industries of people that you want to meet? And how long do you plan to talk to each person? And how many business cards or new connections do you want to walk away from the networking event with? When we have a plan, it allows us to not get stuck just speaking to the people that we already know, and it helps us be motivated to overcome shyness or timidness in order to accomplish our goal. Step 2 is to have your networking tools with you. So what are these networking tools? These might be things like your business cards or a name tag. It might be a pen. It could be a Sharpie. It could also be a copy and paste information about you and contact that you can put into the chat if it's an online networking meeting. It may be a QR code that people can scan on your background so that they can schedule a meeting with you. It could also be your smile and your positive attitude and your openness to really meet new people. So what are those networking tools that you really want to bring with you? Step 3 is to identify where and who you want to network with. We talked a little bit about this when you were setting a plan. And step 4 is to have a really clear goal. That's also part of setting your plan. So when we have a really clear goal, I want to go in and I want to meet at least 3 real estate agents at this networking event. It allows you to be motivated to keep moving through meeting with different people until you've accomplished your goal, and to be really specific and intentional with how you are networking. When you're networking, listen and ask questions. Be there and be present and be willing to uncover a need or a want of the person that you're networking with. We never know how our network, which is not just the people that we know in the room, it's everyone that we know in our lives, might be just that connection that the person that we're talking to is looking for. And when you are networking with others, look for ways that you might potentially give a referral. So this could be a referral for a sale, or it could be a referral for a connection that they're looking for. While you're going through the networking process, make sure to exchange information. This could be by asking for the other person's business card and giving your business card when asked for yours. It could be by putting your information in the chat or making sure that you have a QR code on the background of your Zoom display so that people can get in touch with you that way as well. It's also important when you network to manage your time efficiently and to make notes so that you know why the connection that you just made was important. I like to make notes on a notepad. I also know others that make notes on business cards to be able to jog their memory later as to why that person was a person that they wanted to connect with further after the event. And then the last piece that's really important is to always follow up after you have completed your networking, whether this is sending an email saying, thank you, I'm so happy to have met you, I can't wait to do a one-to-one with you, or following up on making that connection that you said that you would make. When we follow up, we are growing the trust that we have with each other, and we are building a deeper relationship with that person, which is incredibly important to having good referral partners. When we're networking, it's important to have a positive attitude. And to go into it from a place of giving to others and giving value to others. So let go of your personal agenda and try not to sell to them. Try to give to them instead. And this could be giving of your attention, giving of your time, giving of a contact, of a resource, of a referral. There are so many ways that we can give to others. Also know that everyone is important, right? And that we should never dismiss anyone as unimportant when we're networking. We never know who is standing across from us. They may not look like they are as important as other people in the room. They may not portray themselves to be as important as other people in the room. And yet for you and your business, that person could be the most important person in the room for you and your business. So treat everyone as though they are the most important person. Treat everyone as though they are a trusted person in your life, so that you can be there to be of service to them, so that you can show up and give to others from that open-hearted place. Also, how can you add value? Figure out how you can be useful and add value, and find out about their interests. So don't just focus on what they do in their business and who they serve in their business. Ask them questions about themselves as well. Ask them about what their hobbies are, or what they're passionate about in their life, or what they're excited about coming up in their world. This will allow you to make a deeper connection with those individuals. So now that we have our tool bag for networking and we know that we're going to go in there with a plan, we're going to set a goal, we're going to have all of our networking tools with us, and we're going to be there to serve others, where can we go network? Well, the first place I always recommend new entrepreneurs to go is Business Networking International. And there's chapters all over the world for Business Networking International. And it's a way that you can connect to other business owners who really have a heart of giving to others. And in BNI, they call that giver's gain. There are other online places that you can network as well, including the Happy Neighborhood Project, the Women of the World Network. There's Rotary. There are online meetings for the Chamber of Commerce. There's the Small Business Association. There's also H7 and Trustegrity and Polka Dot Powerhouse and Glossy Loft. So there's lots of different places that you can network online from wherever you are in the world, and connect to the network that is going to be the best connection for you and your business. I also recommend that you look to your local area for places that you can network with people in your community. These places might be the Chamber of Commerce, Rotary, Kiwanis, Lions Club, BNI. Some BNI meetings also meet in person. And there may be networking opportunities that are specific to your region as well. Oh, another one that I really love is Toastmasters. That specifically helps entrepreneurs get used to being able to speak about their business in a way that is very polished and professional. I hope that today really supported you in learning how you can network and where you can go to network to really grow the visibility of your business and grow your referral partnerships. I recommend that you take a moment today to recognize one thing you appreciate about yourself. This will help you stay positively motivated in your business. Thank you for joining me, Coach Arliss, on Building Business with Soul. If you would like to learn more about how I support entrepreneurs, please check out my website, soulutions.com. That's SOULLUTIONS.com. Join me next week when we dive into the soulful approach to business.